I am so excited to get another video up on YouTube. I've been experiencing the busiest time of my life, running a company for an HVAC company that is absolutely the busiest we've ever been. We're hiring, we're training, we're adding new trucks. Today I wanted to catch everybody up on what's been going on, and I've had some crazy times, had my life threatened, I've had my office staff's life threatened all over one of these. That's right, the Cybertruck. And let me tell you a little bit about it. First, I want to show you what we've done to the Foundation Edition truck. We do not baby these things. These are not trucks that are for show. I bought these trucks, and I say these because I now have two 5 years ago now. And here they are. Now, we went ahead and put on the CybertruckCO Molly rack system for this truck, so we can attach all sorts of things, and we've just gotten started with this. We also added the contractor pack on top, which will allow us to strap our ladders to it, and it looks pretty sweet, looks pretty slick. A little bit of learning curve to install. Now, excuse my shop, guys, it is a mess right now. I'm really trying to keep things organized here, but this is my original truck, Foundation Edition, and we've added the cruise missile launcher on top. Just kind of give you a little bit of a view of that. Let's go back around. Okay, so this is pretty sweet. This was $4,000 installed. Actually, we installed it, but $4,000. But the locking tonneau cover still closes, still locks, and we were able to fit everything that we had in our service body truck, which I'll show a picture of now. Into here, and had more space than the service body truck. Now, how did we do that? And with able to close this, we're actually able to put ladders on top of here, our pipe holder for all our small PVC, copper, things like that. I've attached to this system as well. But this all closes. Our nitrogen tank will still fit under the locking tonneau cover, which is awesome. So this isn't done. As a matter of fact, my service technician is on a week vacation, and I was able to do all this stuff for him while he was gone. But we use the Milwaukee packouts to really keep things organized. And let me show you guys the inside. You can put a ton of packouts in the back seat, still having room to drive up here. And we also are using the Starlink Minis. Let me give you a little view in here. Giving you Starlink Minis here, which gives us internet on the go everywhere we go. This is my service technician's truck. It's saving me about $700 a month versus the gas version of the truck that he had. More space in the front, of course. Awesome KO3 tires. This is in its low stance, easy to get in and out of, but we are charging here at our shop. I put in a Tesla charger here for 5.5 cents a kilowatt. 5.5 cents. It's 6 cents at my house off peak, but we are doing 5.5 cents here, so saving even more money with this truck. So I purchased a lot more packouts, ammo cans, some Velcro ladder strap systems, and so we're getting him all outfitted the way he wants it. Packouts are great because they keep you organized, and you can just write on the piece of tape what's in it, like a white piece of tape, pressure switches, copper fittings, you know, all your wire nuts and everything. There's the whole hidden compartment, which you guys know about down here, which is where Chris is keeping a lot of his miscellaneous stuff that he really never gets to, but when he needs it, he can just pull a few things out. Strapping systems, of course, we've got all our strapping systems in place. Lots of space. I mean, it really blows us away. Now, if he's got to go do like a big commercial job with a ton of filters, of course there's the front seat, which is going to handle almost all the time. But I'm getting another enclosed trailer so that if we need to go pick up a boiler or another heat pump system or something like that, water heaters, we can throw them in because these trucks tow like you wouldn't believe. And now we have an extra place to charge. But let me show you guys the addition to the fleet. This is exciting. So I went ahead and gave Chris my Foundation Edition, and he's like, why are you giving me that one? I'm like, well, Chris, a couple reasons. The non-Foundation Edition, which is what we've added to the fleet. Now this is mine. I've done a matte black. It is very dirty. As you know, I live on 11 miles. You guys may know I live on 11 miles of dirt road. I just don't care to clean it. It just gets dirty again. And I like the way these trucks look dirty because a lot of people think these trucks can't even get wet. Like, I'm not kidding you. I had a customer tell me when I showed up in the snow, in a snowstorm a couple weeks ago, that, you sure you can get that wet? Aren't sparks gonna fly? Like, man, misconception, a lot of misinformation, I'm sorry, about these trucks. But here is the non-Foundation Edition done in matte black. I've kind of simplified it. I didn't want to do different colors, so I left it matte black, but I did put the KO3s on it, put the mud flaps on it, and I've done everything that I've done with the other truck. And let me show you guys the inside. This tactical gray interior is epic. I am really liking this tactical gray interior. Let me go ahead and get in here. Let me shorten up my selfie stick. Yowzers, okay. So as you can see, guys, this looks nice. The red, so you can see the red lighting in this camera, but it looks sharp in here. And I really like the tactical gray compared to the white. Another reason I wanted this version, I like the fact that there's no chrome down here. This is not all chromed out, the middle piece here. I went ahead and did the screen protector again, both front and back. Got my wireless charger installed, and the first thing every Cybertruck owner should do is put the film on the window, because the VOCs will fog up the window almost every other day, and it's such an annoying thing to have to clean all the time. But this film was done in Denver. You can't really tell it's even a film. It's done so well, but it blocks 89% of all the heat. It's not a tint, it's just a heat blocker. But the added benefit is it doesn't allow VOCs to jump onto the window. Now I think we've just blown out the, okay, I don't know, I think we're okay. It just looked like everything was really bright. Already got 2,700 miles on this truck. Other truck has over 20,000 miles on it, and now I have two Cybertrucks. I really like the non-Foundation Edition, and I can tell you it's quieter. We're actually having this other truck service because this one, when it lowers itself, is so much quieter that I think there's a problem with that one, because it makes all kinds of noise. So we're having that looked at, as well as the brakes on my Foundation Edition do not seem to be right, because when I got into this truck, the brakes felt really normal. So I'm having them service that as well. Of course, everything is under warranty. Great warranties with Tesla. Another thing I liked about this truck was the turn signals feel better. They click better. They feel nicer. There's been something done here. Also, the HVAC system is quieter when it blows the air. So, non-Foundation Edition, guys. Got my second Cybertruck, got it set up. Just wanted to show you all that and kind of give you an update on what's going on. So, another thing I wanted to tell you guys about was the fact that we had our lives threatened by owning one of these trucks. Now, sure, they're different. Sure, there's misconceptions, there's misinformations about these trucks, and some people think that, you know, Elon's evil like Hitler, and that if you drive one of these trucks you support Hitler. I've been told that if I drive one of these trucks I support child labor. Let me get back in the sun. I'm not sure how that'll work, but I've been told that I support child labor by having one of these in the mines, and that these are heavier trucks and they destroy the roads. And we've been told that Tesla throws all their batteries into a dump, and it's just so polluting, and these vehicles cause more damage to the planet than any combustion engine motor vehicle. And those are all lies, guys. There's a lot of lies. There's a lot of misinformation. The media and, you know, legacy media and all the prerogatives of everything going on and the politics and all that. I mean, it's just and Elon being part of different things, and they want to blame everything into this truck, right? So let me tell you what happened. I am waiting in line at the car wash, and I noticed, you know, you're always aware of your surroundings, and in a Cybertruck or any Tesla, the cameras are really optimal for just kind of paying attention. Like when I'm sitting in a parking lot, I'll typically turn on the rear camera, and that way, you know, especially after this incident, you can kind of see what's going on around you. But some would like to call him a gentleman, but he's far from a gentleman, came up to the back of my truck and threw some trash in one of those little trash things where you vacuum your vehicle, and proceeded to turn away and put to my back, to the back side of the vehicle, and gave me the bird, threw his arm in the air. I thought I just saw an arm go up on the guy, and I, you know, with all the different emotions and things I get from people with these, I typically try not to pay too much attention to people because I'm busy, I'm doing my own thing. But apparently he was flipping me off, and he went back to his truck and called the office. He called the number on our truck, and he said some very bad things to my office staff. Called them a lot of names, and then threatened to go get weapons and do very bad things to them. And of course, you know, that's scary. That's scary because of this. He's like, your company drives one of these, I'm gonna come, all of you, right? It was bad. All because we chose to stand behind this product, this very innovative product that is saving us a ton of money, bullet resistant, glass can handle all these rocks, on and on, right? So my office staff calls the sheriff's department, and the sheriff did not take this lightly. They took it very seriously, and they did some research. I was able to show them the video from the truck. That's another advantage to all of these Teslas. They're always recording all the time. And I was able to get that over to them, and later on that day, we found out that he was arrested and taken to jail. And because he was not very cooperative with the sheriff, started yelling about his rights to freedom of speech. Well, you don't have the right to threaten people's lives. And so it was a scary situation, and honestly, it's created a lot of anxiety between the office staff, the crew, and the people. And I even have some skepticism. I even have some of my employees questioning why I am still standing behind these Cybertrucks and not just forking out the money and gas and maintenance and everything just to be left alone. Well, I'm not going to do that, and that's not how I am. And I'm going to stand behind what I believe in. And I ordered these trucks 5 years ago. Had nothing to do with anything going on now or politics or any of that. It was a Tesla owner, loved it, thought, wow, this truck could do great things for our business. And that's where we're at today. But guys, you got to be careful out there. There are some crazy people who will take things to the extreme, and maybe it has nothing to do with the actual Cybertruck, but something triggered him and his beliefs, or he thought, because I'm telling you, almost every call I go to in my truck, I get questioned. Now, not so much anymore, but there for a while, customers were coming out of their home and meeting me at my truck to ask me questions, or definitely after the call, coming out to ask me, can I see it? Can I take a look? Oh, for sure. I always let people see it. I always spend time trying to educate people on these because I stand behind Elon. I stand behind what he's doing. I guess any of you out there who are thinking about these things, they are awesome. I'm still absolutely loving my Cybertrucks, and now I have two. I will stick with two for a little while. Even put look at this. I mean, you can put so many accessories up here. If you guys want to put your tents up here, they have a tent platform. There's all kinds of accessories that can go onto these that, you see so many guys with their Toyotas and all of this. That Cybertruck can't do any of that. Well, look, guys, you can. Now there are products coming out. So next, I want the light bar, and then I want to change out the bumpers. Definitely want to put a winch on the front of my truck if possible. I'm looking into that, and I know they're coming out. So put some light bars on these guys up here will look really nice, especially with that slight lift, if you can see it, of that rack. And then putting on an entire winch with a different bumper, I think will look really nice, especially on my matte black version of this. Really wish I could get into the guy's head that threatened our lives. If he would have just knocked on the window and said, hey man, why do you drive this thing? 10 minutes later, he probably would have loved it. He probably would have changed his mind, but instead he got angry and called and did all this crazy stuff, and here he is in jail, and now he's dealing with charges, and it's a mess, right? Like, let's not let the media and all of this stuff going on with politics separate us as Americans, as friends, as family. I've seen it happen too much where friends are leaving each other. I've even seen parents disown their children because they voted for somebody they didn't vote for. What are we doing, guys? That's when things get crazy. We need to come together. I don't know how to say it. I just want people to understand that we're in this together. I'm going to drive something that I don't have to worry about dents. I don't have to worry about rust. I don't have to worry about broken windows. And these things are going through everything we put them through. Look how dirty they are all the time. Rocks everywhere. You know, now we're in construction. They power your job site. They power my home. On and on, guys. So it's unfortunate in the sense that Tesla doesn't advertise, because I think if they did, a lot of the misinformation would go away, because it's videos like this that actually show people and educate people. It's guys like me talking to customers and telling them what these things can do for us. And they're clueless. Like I couldn't believe the guy thought I couldn't make it up to his house because the sparks would fly out of the battery pack because it got wet. So that's really how far people are in misunderstanding these vehicles. They honestly think that Tesla's just throwing all their batteries into the landfill. They don't. They recycle 100% of them and even reuse them in their new batteries. Check it out. Do your research. Pass these videos on. Let people know. I mean, yeah, it's a different truck. You might think it's ugly, but you got to understand why it's designed this way. They didn't just design it to look this way because they wanted to look this way. It's designed to be this way because it's the most aerodynamic truck ever made, probably. And look at the windshield. I have to tell you guys, I know this video is going on a little bit, but this windshield, everything is so sleek and curved that you rarely ever get bugs. They all get stuck to the nose. They all get stuck up here. And then they all slide right off the top, and you don't even have to sit there and scrub your window all the time when you go to a Tesla charger, because obviously you're not going to a gas station. I don't miss the gas stations at all, guys. Haven't been there in months. Don't miss it. Neither will you. Thanks for coming along. We'll talk to you guys soon. See you on the next one.